Hello and welcome to this week's podcast episode. I am going to be joined by a guy called Lewis Gardiner. I met him actually randomly on TikTok and seen his story and was super inspired by his story, and he's been invited to come on to this week's podcast. I'm super excited to speak to him. I'm super excited to really delve a wee bit deeper into his story and what that looks like and to inspire other people. He's lost over 80 stone and transformed his life from physical health to mental health to confidence and you name it. So when I come back, I will be joined by Lewis, and I'm excited for everybody to hear his story. Yes. I am joined now by Lewis, and Lewis is going to take us through his story. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is brand new to me. I don't really know much about your story because we literally connected on TikTok of all places, so random. But I love it. So I want you to take us back and tell us a bit about your story.
So, firstly, thanks for even jumping on and just chatting because I love it. My story is basically just about believing in people to lose weight, and it's like my story stems from losing 8 stone and just completely transforming like my full outlook on life, like my mindset, my confidence, everything just gets better when you do take control of your health, and it's trying to kind of adapt that mindset into people. So for me, I went from 21 stone down to 17
Wow.
just through walking. Like I just went for a walk every day. This the most simplistic thing that people overlook. I went for a walk every day. I kept it simple. I monitored my diet to a degree that I still ate the stuff I enjoyed. I just had the correct portions of it.
Yeah.
And then I hit 17 stone. And then when I got to 17, I then felt confident enough that I thought I'm going to join a gym. So then I joined the
Mhm.
gym and I went from 17 down to 15. Um, then I went from again, I done that in such a short period of time, but I felt that sort of belief in myself that that was the right time to do it. So then I got
Mhm.
down to 15, and then again, kind of plateaued a wee bit at 15. Thought, right, okay, that's it, and then I decided that that's not it. Like that's
Mhm.
definitely not it. And then went from 15 down to 13 when I came off social media the first time and done a 70 days hard challenge. I done 2 stone in 70 days. And
Wow.
again, it's just about trying to distill into people's brains that you don't have to overcomplicate it. And I think in the world we live in now with the fitness industry, that over glamorized people do overcomplicate it. And I
Yes.
want to just bring that belief back to people that the first step is going for a walk every day
Mhm.
and staying consistent. And like, it's not, people always say to me, like, oh, it's not that easy. And I said, I didn't say it was easy, but the
Mm.
actual formulas around it are very, very easy. They're not difficult. You don't have to overcomplicate it.
It's so simplistic, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Like it really is. Like I think there's so much out there that is confusing for people, and therefore they don't know what's right and what's wrong. And I suppose the thing is, there's no right and wrong. It's like
That's it.
whatever works for
That's it.
you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you take us back to a moment where you knew that something had to change? Was it like sometimes it's a moment and sometimes it's like a kind of accumulation of things?
Yeah.
Was a
I think obviously being a parent as well, when you have to say no to your child about doing something, whether it's rock climbing or something that involves like taking your body weight, and you have to say no simply because you can't do it, it's like
Mhm.
something just clicks in your brain that you go, do you know what, actually, you need to make that change. It's not someone else's job, it's not someone else's responsibility to grab you by the hand and make a change, it's yours. So for me it was realizing that I'm not as healthy as I should be for my son that wants to go and play football, he wants to play ice hockey, he wants to do all these things. And if he's watching me sat in front of a PlayStation playing a PlayStation, like
Mm.
what is that distilling in his brain? Because I'd argue that kids are just carbon copies of their parents. So if they're gonna sort of have that mindset, like I needed to change it for him, and now he's yeah. I've got that relationship where we go and do like go away, and we go and do all these things, and it's just amazing.
Oh, that's so lovely. What age is your son?
He's just turned 10.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's a good
that's a
age.
bit
He's a good age. He's at that age he just
complicated.
wants to do stuff as well. And he has an only child, so it's like he's not got that sort of brother or sister that he can do it with. So he's like, "Oh, Dad, can we go and do this or can we do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Whereas years ago you wouldn't have been able
I
to
couldn't
do
do it,
that.
and that's
Yeah,
it. And it's like it's not someone else's job to change that. It was mine.
absolutely. So what
So
was life like for you back before you
horrible,
started your journey?
horrible. You feel invisible. and it's not to say that it's the world's job to sort of cater to people that aren't, but you just don't feel yourself because you're just stuck in this rut, and you're working and you're following all the social normalities. And like for me, I had my house, and then recently I sold my house and moved back home, and then again, a lot of people would see that as failure, and I'm like, it's not. If you're resetting your life, that and you've got the ability to do it, don't
Absolutely.
base yourself off of other people's opinions of it. If it's working for you, go and do it. And it's the same with weight loss. Like if it works for you, go and do it. If it doesn't, change it in a way that works for you.
We're so stuck in a society of shoulds, aren't we? Like you should do this and you should do that and you should do that
Do
instead
what
of
you want.
actually just being like what works for me,
Do what you
what
want.
do I want. Absolutely, 100%. So what beliefs and habits do you think that you had then different to now? What was
I
holding
don't
you back?
um I don't care about opinions anymore. I really, really don't care about someone's opinions. And it's not that I don't. So I've wrote my first book and stuff, which is great. But the second book I'm writing is
Yes.
called No. The second book is called Nobody Cares, and it's such a positive book and the spin off that you would read the front cover that says Nobody Cares, but when you actually read it, it's about like distilling in your brain that no one actually cares, so do it anyway. Like that sort of mindset of their opinions. People are going to be opinionated whether you like it or not. It's the world we live in. You could
Yeah.
solve world hunger, and somebody would have something bad to say about it. Like it doesn't matter
Mhm.
because someone's going to have something bad to say about it. So do it
Mhm.
anyway. Do it anyway. Just do it.
And do you feel like you had that thought at the time when you first
Oh yeah,
started?
I had that mental block, and I had that block of like, you can't post on social media, you can't, you can't do this, and you can't do that. What if someone judges you? And I'm like, I now distill in my brain that they're gonna judge you anyway. They're not gonna like it, and the ones
Mhm.
that don't like it, it's not that they don't like you. It's maybe that you've maybe hit a nerve somewhere, and they need
Yeah.
to go inward. They need to think about something that you've said. Like for instance, in my book that I've wrote, I talk about like vaping and alcohol and stuff, and it's like I'm not against it. Like you can do what you want if you want to do it, but in a world we live in, if you think it's good for you, you're delusional because I know fine well it's not good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible. Like you say, it's the world we live in. It's so difficult for people, isn't it, to actually it's difficult, but it's also not difficult because we're now
No,
also in
it's
a
not.
in a life where in a world where you can find anything. Like you can
100%.
find the guidance for anything. Whereas probably
If
years
you
ago that
want it,
wasn't.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you
if you
want
want
it,
it.
and that's it, and it's that people have got this want, but they've not got the action on it. They just want it. They go, I want that, and I go, no, you want the end outcome of what you need to put in to get that. You don't want that
Hmm.
because it takes a lot. It's the same with like just like people go, I really want a six pack. It's like, well, do you start working towards it then?
Aye, exactly. But also this that with that comes sacrifice as well, and
Yeah,
people don't want to
100%.
sacrifice. It's like
There's a lot of
priorities, isn't
sacrifice, yeah, and that is what it comes down to. It's like, where are your abilities to change? And again, a lot of people are stuck in change because they go, I can't change, and I go, well, you can. You could change your full life,
it?
and
Mm-hmm.
you could change your full life
100%.
in 6 months if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But what won't change your life is doing the same thing you're doing just now, and then expecting change, because expecting change is just you're not doing anything towards it.
Absolutely, 100%. So obviously you said you felt invisible, which probably, see, to be fair, a lot of people in this day and age probably do feel like that. How did your relationship with yourself change and transform from back then when you're thinking about when you first started this journey to where you are now? What's most shifted?
Your confidence grows. So I think that invisible side of it, like when you've not got control of your health, like people can see that. Like
Yeah.
you're the image of what it's. So for instance, if you're overweight and you're trying to build a business or build a brand, and then someone's like wants to invest in you,
Mhm.
you can't even invest in yourself. So it kind of gives off that sort of invisible side of it. Like you're just like no one sort of, not that no one cares, but well, equally no one does care. But
Yes.
you're not that sort of at one with yourself. So when you do then take control, you do sort of become confident, and it's not in an arrogance way. It's just more like, well, you can say what you want. You can't take away from that the fact that I've lost the weight and I've now built the sort of what I'm trying to build, and I'm still continuing to build it. And it's like people try and take it away, and it's like you can't, because my health is my health. Like you
Yeah,
can't, like you can
absolutely.
take money away, you can bash it online. No one can take your health away from you
Yeah.
unless you end up with a health condition, which again, my hat goes off to anyone going through a health condition. But for majority of people, it's more of a there's something blocking them. It's not that they've got the health condition. It's just that they use that as a I'm not going to say excuse, even though that comes across as an excuse, but they don't. they don't want to make that change. And it's like, even though you could have a health condition or you could be pregnant and stuff like that, the simplistic thing is going for a walk.
Hmm.
If anything, it's only going to ever improve. It's only ever going to make you better. And they're
Yeah,
like, I can't do that. And I was like, well, what can you do then?
yeah, I know. And it's hard, isn't it? I take it you coach?
I don't know. I
You
would love to.
don't?
I would love to go.
You sound like
But
you're a coach.
I'm trying to kind of steer away from it because what I've noticed with a lot of sort of coaching platforms and like coaches that coach coaches that coach coaches, it's like I just want to believe in people and just
Mm.
basically show people instead of telling people what to do because I don't believe in telling someone because again in the book that I've wrote it's not a blueprint as to copy me and this is how you lose weight because I don't believe
Yeah,
it. I believe everyone's got their own way and you could
yeah.
copy me down to a T and you probably wouldn't do the same journey that I went on because again it's impossible to copy someone completely because you're not
Mhm.
living their life, you're not living their job, their like everyone's got something going on in their head. So it's like find what works for you and stick to it.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you. So you said that it wasn't about the number on the scales.
No,
So what did it actually become for you?
just the whole mental health side of it, you just improves. And it's like if we do fixate on the scale, which don't get wrong at the beginning, everybody does, we're only human. But when you sort of trust the process and
Yes.
just keep going, you then kind of steer away from the scale because it's just there. And it's like
Mhm.
people focus on a scale and focus on a diet, and then they turn around and they're just fixated on that one thing. And it's like if you can change your lifestyle and make small habits become
Hmm.
like a daily routine, that's
Hmm.
more beneficial than just focusing on a scale and trying to lose a stone in 4 weeks. Because I mean, there's loads of things out there that can help you lose a massive amount of weight in such a long period of time, but they're not sustainable. And it's
Mm.
tried to distill into people's brains. You didn't get fat overnight. You're not going
Yeah,
to get skinny overnight. And it's
yeah,
like, so what can you do that'll improve that? And my argument every time is, can you go for a walk every day? And people are like, it's not that easy. And I'm like, it fucking is.
but one foot for
It
the
really
other.
is. It really is. It's like don't you don't have to. And then when you do start going for your walk every day and you start to feel better and you then start to kind of make the better choices. It's like you don't. It's not necessarily what you can do. It's like what can't you do? Like don't go and eat that extra bit of chocolate or that extra thing. But then again, if you want it, have a smaller portion of it. And it's like what can you do to make it work for you?
Yeah,
People
100%.
don't. People don't. They just play victim.
Yeah, I know 100%. I suppose as well with the scales, like you said, sometimes you can lose a lot of weight and be bloody miserable. And therefore, what kind of life is that?
Well, and
Do
then
you know what I
that's
mean?
so like you've lost the weight, and again, people fixate the scales of when I get to that weight, I will then be happy, and I'm like, it's not about the number on the scales. Because for instance, for me, like hitting 17, I was like, I had that dopamine hit, like I was like, oh my God, I've lost 4 stone, but that
Hmm.
wasn't enough. So it's then like I got down to 50, and I was like, okay, I'm quite happy with it myself. And then I was like, no, I can push myself harder. So it's, if you fixate just on a number instead of just changing your lifestyle, like it just all eventually comes together.
Yeah,
And then you just
that,
you just feel more confident in everything you do, and it's like, well,
yeah,
why would anyone not want that? And that's the kind of message I try and share to people. It's like I don't share it so I can go to people like, oh, I'm amazing, I've lost loads of weight, like it's my life, I've lost weight, I feel brilliant for it, but I want other people to feel that feeling as well. Like I want like everyone should feel that feeling.
yeah. And like that, it's not just a feeling of the dangling carrot or the little thing.
And it's
It's
not
like,
even it's also not just weight loss as well. Like going for a walk, you could be the healthiest person in the world. Going for a walk can still improve your health. And it's like
100% mentally
health
as
is look
well.
yeah, health is just looked at as a number on the scales for a lot of people. And it's like your health is everything. Your mindset,
Mhm.
your confidence. And it's like how do we change that and get people away from the scales and more fixated on like trust yourself? Like I would argue to people, take a picture like at the start of your
Mhm.
journey and then come
Yeah,
back to it and like not like a week later because nothing changes in a week. But come
yeah.
back to it in 100 days, and if you've stuck to something for 100 days, that picture is going to look completely different, and you don't need a number on the scales.
Yeah, 100%. I remember I met a girl this was ages ago. She's actually another coach, and she was starting her journey, and she was like, I had to take pictures of myself, and she was raging, like so upset with herself because she's like, I can't believe the state of me, and she was showing me her pictures and all that sort of stuff, and I'm like, oh, listen, like you'll be glad you've took these in time. I promise
100%.
you'll be glad you took them. And you know, she is like transformed in the last that was maybe about a year ago. So I'm like, and I seen her in the gym a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, bet you're glad you took those pictures now. And she's like, oh my
100%.
God. Like, and it's like chalk and cheese and it's incredible. But it's like you say, it's not just the physique. It's like mentally, it's like you say, going for a walk is so powerful, isn't it? Like it's
As,
literally nature. It's your mind getting a bit of a break. There's so much other things that comes as well as the movement. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? And you mentioned mindsets there. So what has been your biggest mindset shift that you've had along the way? Because there's probably, I don't know if I imagine you'll be similar to me. Like there's so many like little,
Oh yeah.
it's like there's no linear. It's like
Yeah.
all over the shop. Do you know what I
And that
mean?
is that people focus on the thing that something needs to go from like the ground and then just go straight up, and it's like you need to align yourself with the process and just enjoy
Mhm.
the full journey. And it's like if you're at one with the full journey, like it all just comes together. Like my mindset now is again when I've wrote my book and stuff, and I've been going to like festivals, and but not like music festivals. It's called Ideas Fest, and it's like a festival for like entrepreneurs, and it's trying to like share your story, and it's like putting yourself out there. I was throwing paper airplanes at millionaires on stages, like just to try and like get my brand out there. I'm like, there we go, and it's like,
Brilliant.
and it's that mindset of there was what 500 people in the tent listening to this talk, and it was like only one person acted on what they were talking about, and it was like well, just do it, and like what stops you doing it, and it's like it's in there, like something stops you fearing that other people's judgment, and it's like people are going to judge you anyway, so just do it, just take your shot, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well, you've done it, but it will never work if you don't take the shot.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
again, I base the stuff on now that the answer's always no if you don't ask. And it's like, so just ask. And if they say
Yeah.
no, you just continue doing your life and continue working. It's like you're only one question away from the yes, which could completely change your life. And it's like you just keep doing it then.
Yeah,
But
100%.
people stop at the first hurdle, and then that's kind of why nothing ever really changes for people. And it's
For
like it's
sure.
the same with weight loss, it's the same as starting a business. It's like you need to want it more than someone else. You
Yeah.
need to believe in yourself more than someone else because it's not someone's job. And again, when you're in relationships and family and everything, like they don't share the same belief as you. So don't ask for their support, but don't sort of don't worry about it. Don't just kind of just
Yeah.
do what you're doing for you, and that's all. The only person that needs to matter is you.
Yeah. Do you know what? Anytime anybody comes at me with that, with the family stuff, because like, let's face it, the reason we have certain behaviors is probably stemmed from family,
100%.
right? So, like, I always say, like, would you trade places with them? And if you wouldn't, then don't take their advice. Like, don't take their advice.
If they're not living the life you want, why does their opinion matter? It
Absolutely.
doesn't matter. Like
Absolutely.
they're not doing what you want to do. Um, so don't ask them.
Yeah,
Just don't. And if
100%.
and if they're supportive, great. If they're not supportive, okay. And it's that sort of social normality now that you need to leave school and you need to go to university and stuff. I know so many people that get degrees and they don't use them.
Yeah, for
And I'm like,
sure.
so you don't need a degree to be successful. What you need is a belief in yourself that you can build something that you want to build, and you can just run with it. But you need to want it. You can't rely on other people wanting it. Because even like the book I've got, it's still not available for sale, for purchase because I've not got a publishing deal yet. And I'm like, I'm just holding off. I've got that delayed gratification, and so many people have read it, but equally so many people haven't read it. The ones that said they wanted to read it, so I then send them it, and then
Yeah,
nothing. It just like disappears into the bit. And it's again, people want to support you, but equally people are too busy to give a fuck what you're
yeah,
doing. Like no one
yeah.
cares. So it's like,
Mhm.
so just do it anyway.
For sure.
So
Amazing. You said you were at Ideas Fest. Was that the one that was a few weeks ago?
yes, down
My
in
best friend was there with
oh, it's amazing.
she was there. We went to the big festoon. It's
Uh-huh.
all connected, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
went to the big festoon. Is that March or May or something like that, like the
Mhm.
beginning of the year. And then she was wanting me to go to Ideas Fest with her like, a couple of weeks ago, but I ended up not going. But she said it's fabulous, and there's some incredible speakers. Were you speaking at it?
I wasn't speaking, so again, that was my first year, and it was one of those ones I was sitting. I'd kind of seen the emails come through, and the sort of mantra I live by now is like, just if you've got the facility to do it, just go and do
Do
it. So
it, yeah,
I hadn't booked a ticket, and then it was like the sale, like they were nearly selling out or whatever, and I was like, do you know what? You're off work that week. Just go. And I literally like
Mhm.
within the space of a week, I booked the Airbnb, I booked the ticket, and I decided right, okay, I'm going, and I just drove down the night before, stayed in
Brilliant.
my yeah, and then just went, and it's like I went with my wee stickers. Wait, I'll show you them, and as well as throwing aeroplanes at places, like I was sticking these everywhere.
Brilliant. Do you know,
And
I
it was
bet you
like,
you've been on my pals' stories or something like that. It's so
I'd be like,
mad. That's how the
yeah,
world
and it's like
works.
it's just like you can't expect people to want it if you're not willing to put yourself out there. And it's like someone will jump on it, someone will sort of like build on the story that you're building, and it's like you can't build a story if you sit in your house and just want it. Like so many people in this day and age go, "I really want that," and they just don't do anything. And I'm like, well, you don't want it, then you just want the desired outcome that comes at the end of it.
You don't want the actual graft, and that goes
That's
like you say. That's
no,
business. That's health. That's physique. That's
everything,
everything.
everything else
Yeah,
sort of joined together. And again, when I say to people like health over wealth, it's not that I'm saying that we don't need money. Like we all need money to live in, and we all need money to sort of to be financially free as such. But without your health, you don't have anything. So
yeah,
it's like maybe if you could give 40 hours a week to your work, give yourself four. Give yourself
yeah,
4 hours a week to just do something for you, and the more you do that, like your work improves as well because you've a
yeah.
better mental clarity when you're sitting at your desk doing your work.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that's something that people, again, they say they don't have time for and stuff
Make
like that.
time,
And but the actual, when you do prioritize that, the ripple effect of that
make time.
is
I
huge.
think you can create time in a way that if you want it, you'll fit it in somewhere. And again, the social normalities of social media is that people say they don't have time. And
They're
anytime,
thrown.
as soon as someone tells me they don't have time, I ask them what their screen time is, and they go,
Yeah.
and I go, what's your screen time? And I guarantee it's over 6 hours. It's over
Aye.
6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Over 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
My screen time has dropped 70% since I came off social media on the 1st of October.
Because it's geared to like get to pull you in, to draw you in, to stay there,
And again, I
to
think
keep scrolling.
if you want to use social media is a fantastic tool, and again, it brings people together. It can create
Yeah.
connections. It can build something that you want to build on. And nowadays, people watch their phones more than they watch the telly because they put the telly on and they sit on their phones. But
Yeah.
if you're a consumer, you then can't have an opinion of the creators that are creating stuff because it's like you're not creating something. You don't realize how hard it is to actually put yourself out there, and people want to be creators, but something stops them doing it. And I'm like, if you're a consumer, just create at the same time. It doesn't even need to be good. Just put it out there.
Yeah.
Like, because again, that whole mantra of nobody cares. It's like, well, just do it anyway.
No, for sure. And I
But
think the society is so stuck on like what
100%.
judgment and what people are thinking about them. And it does take just getting over that. And it is like
I think once you're over that fear, you're unstoppable. You can just do it. Like I went on and actually I went through most of like my following list and my friends list. I removed everyone that I've not spoken to in over a decade. I was like, I don't need to, I would walk past you in a supermarket. I don't need to have a front row seat of what you're doing in your life. Like I don't actually care.
yeah, especially when it's not real. Like a lot of it's
It's
a
not.
highlight reel.
I know
Yeah.
it. Again, I know relationships and companies and stuff, and it's like they post, and I'm like, it's just not real. It's not
Yeah.
real. Like, what? Why are you
Yeah.
posting that? Like, I know the conversation you were having with me 3 days ago, arguing with your partner, and you've just
Yeah.
posted that all smiles and rainbows. It's like, what? Again, it stems back to so what are you posting for? Like, a lot of the content I try and post now is all purpose driven to try and support someone in a way that they can believe in themselves. Like, and it only needs to take one person. You don't have to hit everyone. Just hit one person.
Yeah. For sure. And it's a power of that, isn't it? I think we're probably all guilty of in some point in time be doing that kind of this social norm and this expectation and this like painting a picture of everything being sunshine and rainbows when actually it's not. Like when actually it's just
Yeah, it's
what's
not.
expected of you, and that's what you're therefore putting out. And it's sad though when you really think about it, when you think about the amount of falseness that's out there that must make people feel at their core quite broken and quite
Yeah.
breaking trust with them with themselves
Yeah.
because they're lying to themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. And again, it's like it all stems back to for me, business and weight loss. It's like if you're not if you're gonna lie to yourself and have that chocolate bar, you're gonna lie to yourself and not go for that walk. It's like the only person you're lying to is yourself. And it's the same as social media. Like if you're posting stuff that's like for instance, I talk about like people who drink these matcha teas or matcha coffee, whatever it is, and they think it's going to transform their life drinking this green drink, and then they sit and put a vape in their mouth, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
really?
yeah,
Maybe I would argue just don't like if you want to drink the matcha, fantastic. I would argue drop the
yeah,
vape.
for sure, for sure.
But again, it's that sort of accountability. No one wants to take that accountability because it's someone else's fault. Oh, it's someone else's fault. I'm addicted to vape. It's some I can't get. No, you can. You just don't
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I want to share that message and like the belief system and believe in people. Like it's like I don't need to share the same values or the same core strength as you or whatever, but I believe that you can do it. But
Mhm.
don't do it because you think I want you to do it. Do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because
It's like
people do
that
it
whole
for other
why
people.
thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
why do
it's the
it?
why. What's your why? What is your
Mhm.
why? Because I see if the why is not strong enough, it's not happening.
Yeah, because again,
Yeah.
Simon Squibb, who's kind of sort of not supported me in a way, but he has. He's not physically supported me in a way that I speak to him every day. But I read his book that's called "What's Your Dream,"
Mhm.
and I don't know if you know anything about Simon Squibb, but if you when you look online and people are like, and his comments and his DMs and messaging him, and it's like they act as if he's a bank and he's going to give you lots of money, and that's all that makes your dreams come true. And my argument is, it's not. You need to want it. You need to put in the graft. You need to drive. You need to ask the questions. You need to do all these things. It's not just all about money. And it's like
Yeah.
if you do run with purpose, the money will follow. The money will come. The money will hit, and it'll just go bang. But
Hmm.
if you've not built that story and that brand behind it, you can't just expect companies and businesses to go, oh, here you go, there's a wad of cash.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, for sure.
cash flow disappears. Cash flow disappears very quickly if
Hmm.
you've not built the purpose around it. Whereas if you've built the purpose, the cash flow will then start to gradually go.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously it's been a massive, massive journey for you. How did you stay consistent when your motivation dipped? Because I think a lot of people like ride this motivation wave and
Yeah,
they think that's what they need. So
I
how
think
did you stay motivated when you didn't have that? Because let's face it, you're not always going to have motivation.
100%. And I do think, again, you see it online, discipline does eat motivation for
Hmm.
breakfast. And it all stems down to that accountability and
Hmm.
holding yourself accountable. For instance, like I've got a cardboard cutout of a very, very
I
fat
see him
version
in
of
the
me.
back.
Like, that's my accountability. I look at that every morning and go, hmm, you're only a year of coming off your lifestyle or going back to your old lifestyle to turning back into that. It's
Yeah,
like, what can you change in your life that does hold you accountable and stuff instead of just focusing just on when you're positive, because we all have shit days, and that's the thing. People think that it is just like a graph that goes up, and it's like it doesn't. It goes like that,
yeah,
and
yeah, for sure.
you do have to ride the waves. You need to. If you don't ride the waves, it's like, well, yeah, it's like
Hmm.
that. And ask
Hmm.
for support. I think to everyone, just ask someone. Just speak to
Yeah,
people. Someone will
yeah,
help you. Someone's out there is willing to have a conversation with you, and whether it's shooting your shot on a DM, whether it's connected on TikTok, whatever, just ask.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think like that, like as like asking people who you are inspired by, somebody who you want to be like, or somebody who has got the life that you want, but the business you
100%.
want, the physique you want,
Yeah.
they're the best people to ask, aren't they? Because like you say, shoot your shot, they might not get back to you,
Yeah.
but
And
the
I guess,
chances are most will.
yeah, but even at that, in the grand scheme of things, if you shoot your shot with 100 people and
Yeah.
99 of them ignore you, but one person engages, that one person can change your life. But if you don't shoot your shot with 100 people, it's like, well, you've not done the work. And again, it all stems back to what are you willing to do and
Hmm.
putting yourself out there. And most people aren't
Hmm.
willing to do much because they fear rejection, they fear failure. And in business and in weight loss, you need to fail. You need to fail in order to build something.
For
And
sure.
like that. And I've had countless kebabs, and I've had a takeaway here and there, and I enjoy it. I still like food. Like, I'm not gonna not eat it, but
Yeah.
I now know that it's not healthy in a world we live in where people are having 3 to 4 takeaways a week. And it's like
Hmm.
they want to play victim to the world, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy into it. I'm not going to
Yeah.
sit and people don't like those hard conversations because, again, for instance, now I do invest time and money into my health and stuff, and I do have a personal trainer now. But at the beginning, I never. I went for a walk every
Hmm.
day, and it's
Yeah.
like, but when you do take control of your health, you then want to invest in your health, and it's like people say there's a cost of living crisis, which there is. Everything's expensive, but they're the same people that are buying vape, buying alcohol, and buying fast food, and I'm like, well, you can't play victim and still have all those things because you're not willing to sacrifice them.
Yeah. It's a
So for
priority thing,
me,
isn't it?
it's priorities. For me, like I'll comfortably spend £100 a month on a personal trainer that gets
Hmm.
me 5 sessions a week, and people would go, "Oh my God, that's really expensive! Like that's ridiculous." But these are the same people that will work Monday to Friday. They'll go out on the Friday and the Saturday. They'll spend quite comfortably £50, probably more than that. To be fair, I'm probably dumbing it down, but they'd spend £50 a week on McDonald's, vapes, and going out and drinking and fast food and stuff. But that's normal. That's a social normality that no one but spending £100 a
Versus,
month on
yeah,
your health is seen as this ludicrous thing, and that's ridiculous. And it's like, why is it ridiculous that you want to pour into your health so much? And it's like people just don't like it, and it's like, well,
yeah.
they don't need to like it. So you need to like it, and if you want it, then you do it, and don't rely on something else.
Yeah, for sure. My transformation is probably quite similar to yours in the sense that I've done this, I got so far but on my own, and then
Hmm.
like that I invested in a coach.
Yeah.
Now when I invested in him, um, he was like £1,000 up front, right?
Yeah.
And my pal was like, "What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?" And I was like, "But you have to switch from that. Like it's a cost, like an investment. Like it's an investment
Investment,
in your health."
100%.
And when I'm not with him anymore, but I was with him for 3.5 years.
Hmm.
And see if I was to then go and tally it up and get a calculator and start being like, "Oh my God, this is much I've spent." But
Hmm.
see the amount that it's changed my life. Like
Yeah.
changed my business. It's changed my relationship with myself, my
Yeah.
relationship with food. Like like I could literally rhyme off and rhyme off and rhyme off the amount of different things, even things that are completely and utterly disconnected to any form of health at all. So like it was a meal that I had signed up to,
Okay.
but there was so much like other things that
Hmm.
that helped me with it being a meal. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I had been in a domestic abuse relationship and all that sort of stuff. So it was really actually powerful
Hmm.
being with this meal, trusting this meal. Like I
Yeah.
would literally tell him
And
everything and be vulnerable with him, and therefore it then had so much more of an impact than just the health and the fitness. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And it was an investment. It was an investment in my life,
investment,
and therefore
100%.
it's totally changed my life. And I owe him so much, like
Um,
so much. And I'm still like as much as I'm not with him anymore, because I do think there comes a time where you need to spread your wings and kind
yeah.
of be able to do it on your own. But I still like chat to him all the time because he's was such a huge part of my life.
And it's like it's just believing in someone and supporting someone. It's like when you support other people, other like people will then support you. And it's a bit like if you're willing to clap for other people, then other people will clap for you. But if you're going to sit there in a room and not clap for people and be that sort of inward person that doesn't want to support anyone, it's like you're not going to go very far.
Yeah, for
And you
sure,
do,
for
and
sure.
investment in yourself is massive, and people fear pumping money into something without that, like
Guarantee.
that guarantee, because it's like we live
Mm,
in a world where it's sort of we want something straight away, and it's that sort of instant gratification. Everything you need to do in life should be like a delayed gratification. So for me, like throwing the paper airplane, complete delayed gratification. It's not like something could come from it, but if I didn't throw it, it wouldn't happen. Putting stickers everywhere doesn't mean anything's going to come from it, but I had to invest in the
right.
stickers and that sort of mindset of like spending £100 on stickers. People would go, "Why are you spending £100 on stickers?" I'm like, "Because I
Mm,
can." And
yeah.
I'm gonna grow the story and supporting people. And again, it sparks curiosity because people sitting eating their lunch and someone sticks a sticker beside you with a TikTok page on it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna scan it.
Yeah. And then before you know it, you've got a follow and whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's like it's
It's like
that
cast your
investment.
net
It's
into
yeah,
it.
it's that
Yeah.
investment and like that having a coach. The coach then believes in you, and sometimes it is just that one person believing in you. And you go, I don't need to care what my brother or sister thinks. I don't need to care what
Yeah,
my
yeah.
parents think. I This guy's a complete stranger who's just showed that actually you can do it, and he's living a
Mm.
lifestyle that I want, and I quite like that. I'm inspired by that, so I'm gonna now start doing X, Y, Z, and that's the whole thing with like weight loss and business. It's like just have someone believe in you, and you'll go
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well with coaches, it's a perspective shift as well. Sometimes you can get so in your head about things like whatever's going on because you're emotionally connected to whatever. But an external person who's got no connection to that whatsoever can literally just give you a different perspective, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my
You
God,
stop thinking about it. Yeah.
I like it can totally shift your
Yeah.
how you're thinking about anything. Do you know what I mean?
Or they can have
It's
that hard conversation which some like friends and family don't
yes,
want to have with you, and it's
yeah,
like
for
because
sure.
they've not got that connect. Not that they don't they could, because I think you connect with your coach massively, but because they've not got that, they don't not really don't want to upset you. But it's like sometimes you need that harsh person just to say like, okay,
Yeah,
let's do this, or let's look at that, or let's do this, and it's like
yeah.
you can change, and people living a life now that they feel that they can't change, and it's like if you've got a complete like I used to drink alcohol, I've now been a full year sober, doesn't
Mhm.
mean I'm against alcohol. It's just like I don't need it now. And again, people are
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you used to do this. And I was like, yeah, great. I don't
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. When you realize it doesn't serve you, and I think
Uh-huh.
it's like when you realize that it's not even just in the moment, it's like the after that, and see when you're so into like your gym or whatever, like you realize the ripple effect again of but from the negative side of alcohol. It's funny though, because when you are in that stage, the people who you used to go and do things with are a bit like, what's going who are you?
Yeah.
Because they're almost like mourning at somebody who's no longer there
For them.
anymore.
They
Do you know what
miss
I
they
mean?
miss the old you, but when you're not yourself, because I would argue that people talk about work-life balance and they go, oh, I need that drink on the Friday and Saturday because it relaxes me from X, Y, Z. And I would say, why do you need that escape? Like why don't
Yeah.
instead of going and drinking and doing that stuff, why don't we look at others? Why don't we see if we can change something in your Monday to
Mhm.
Friday 9 to 5 that you're doing that you're trying to escape from? Like change that.
Yeah.
Don't try and escape from it because that's all you're doing.
Yeah. 100%. I say that all the time about the escape thing, and it doesn't go down well all the
They don't
time.
like it because
But
again
they
it's
don't.
accountability. They don't
Yeah,
like it.
for sure. I think I've had like, oh, I actually enjoy. I was like, why do you drink? Well, I enjoy it. Like, what is it that you enjoy about it?
Why? Yeah. Explain to me
Well,
what you enjoy. I just do
just
and I don't relax that.
curious. Aye, just totally curious. But then
Um,
it shines a mirror on people, and people don't like to, like you say, it triggers people. That it
yeah.
really does. It can trigger people. So you obviously have told me before that you work with older
Yes. So I'm a
people, don't
healthcare
you?
support worker.
Which is obviously an incredible job as well.
Fantastic job. Love my job.
But you must see, like you said in your pre-interview thing about how you can see what life will look like in future depending on
Yeah.
your how you choose to live.
Yeah.
So I mean that must be a massive motivation because
Fun.
you're seeing it all the time.
Like that.
Um,
I look after people every day, and I go from supporting someone in their 60s to having a cup of tea with someone that's 101. And I would argue I want to be the guy that's 101,
yeah,
having a cup of tea and still got all my marbles about me and stuff. And again, people can be throwing illnesses and stuff like that in these life things that change your life. But a lot of people, it's just they're still doing the social norms of drinking alcohol,
yeah,
not taking control of their health. So I'm like, I can't, I can support you. It's my job, and I absolutely love my job. But
hmm,
if you're wanting change, it's like you need to make the change now. So in the job that I work in, it's you can't then tell a 85-year-old person to start going out for a walk because they're probably not going to do it. So it's like trying to
I,
now live in a world where I'm trying to distill it into like I went into a school and it's trying to like speak to children or younger adults and be like, you can take control of it now and you will
mhm,
thank yourself in the future.
mhm.
Whereas, and if you don't do it now, you're going to hit 60, you're going to hit 70, and you're just going to be like, fuck, wish I'd done that.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, I've seen it.
yeah,
I know what it looks like. I know exactly what it looks like. I've sat with people at the end of their lives and I love it and it's great and it's such a powerful job and it does open your eyes to everything. And it's
yeah,
like I've done it for nearly a decade. I've dabbled in so many different careers, but I've always had care that it just I ran with it and I just always used it when I tried to do the apprenticeship I tried to do. I worked in care on the side. When I applied to be a pilot, I applied to be a train driver. I always worked in care.
yeah. It's,
I went to uni to be a nurse. Didn't like the nursing side of it because the higher up you go, the less care you do. It's more paperwork, it's
yeah,
more medication, it's more sort of responsibility. And I just enjoy the care side. And I was like, so why
yeah,
am I doing something that I don't? And then I was like, no, like I can do the care job now and I can build what I'm building on
mhm,
the side. And it just everything interlines with my life now. That I'm like, I don't need that status job. I don't need that sort of promotion to be happy. I am fucking extremely happy in my life right now. So I'm like,
yeah.
yeah.
Which is a beautiful place to be. It really is. It's a beautiful place to be. If you could speak to your former self, what would you tell them?
Don't stop. Just don't stop. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think because again, it all stems from when you stop, it all stops, and that's in
Yeah.
business. That's in weight loss. It's in life. If you stop whatever it is you're wanting to do, it stops. So don't stop.
Hmm.
Just never
Hmm.
stop. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like that. Like the book, it's still not published, but that's the only copy I have right now. And
Amazing.
I need to, I need to get some more money to order some more. And again, I've got loads of stuff that's stemming from it that not necessarily to give it away, but in the beginning, it's sort of the outlook I'm looking for is just to sort of give it to people because believe it or not, you could I've gave it to so many people already. Doesn't mean they're going to read it. They need to want to read it. So it's like, how do you get someone to read something? It's like, well, show them what's possible when you take control, and that's kind of stemmed from why I've came back off social media because I'm working so hard on everything else, and my focus is now on trying to get more copies printed, the app concept I'm trying to build, everything I can now focus on that because I'm not scrolling TikTok. I'm not trying to keep up with trends. I'm not trying to do this. It's like, okay, I can now focus again.
Yeah. You're taking away the distraction
But
that's
then it's a distraction's massive, and that's again, it's why people don't go to the gym. It's why people don't do stuff. It's why people don't start businesses. It's because they're distracted by this fake shit that's online. That
yeah.
unfollow people that you don't align with you, even if you've known them for 10 years. If they're just posting shit, like just unfollow them. They don't
Yeah.
care, and
Yeah.
you don't care, so just unfollow it. People, I can't do that. Like, what if they
What if
see
they
it?
notice?
Then let them. Again, I've read, I've started reading as well. Your Mel Robbins, Let Them Theory, David
Yeah.
Goggins, all these people, like they're the people that you inspire to be like. So don't then look at posts from your friends that are drinking every Friday, Saturday, and they're hating their job
And
Monday to Friday.
yeah, for sure. For
They can't
sure.
inspire you because they're not doing what you want.
Yeah, for sure. So how do you want people listening to understand about the connection between health and happiness? Because obviously you're really happy right now, which is obviously stemmed from you start taking control of your health.
100%. Like I think as well, happiness is an emotion that does come and goes. Like I still sometimes wake
Yeah.
up and feel like shit. So it's like
Yeah.
trying to believe in people and share that belief with them that you don't need to be happy all the time. But
Yeah.
when you stop worrying about all the other shit and the distraction and the other stuff, you just become happier. And that some people tarnish that with arrogance sometimes. And it's like, well, you sometimes need to be a bit selfish. You need to do what's right for you. Because when you do what's right for you, you can then pour into other people. If you don't pour
Mhm.
into yourself, you cannot support other people. For instance, like people say, I can't do that, I'm a mum, or I can't do that, I'm a dad, I need to do this for the kid. And you do, because your kids come first. But you need to if you've like I can do all the stuff I do now if I didn't take control of me. So
Yeah.
it's like you need to want it, and your kids like they probably don't need half the shit that they've got, but we give it
Yeah.
to them because we fear that they need it. And it's like when you
Mhm.
get that mindset, you're like, I don't like to do. You want to
Yeah,
give
for
them it
sure.
because you want to give them the lifestyle that you never had. Or again, it's like so. When I was like, me and Ollie, like my parenting styles changed as well.
Hmm.
And it's because I don't shout anymore. I don't need to shout. I'm just like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't, and
But
it's just
again, that'll be a ripple of you feeling content within yourself and all that sort of stuff. Because when your emotions are like negative or sad or ang sometimes it comes from anger as well,
yeah,
that like feeling like that, then you're going to take that out on people without even acknowledging that it's actually not about them, it's about you. Do you know what I mean? And it's natural for you to take it out on the people that you love the most, even
yeah,
though they've not done it to necessarily
exactly.
deserve it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what's next for you? What's next in the pipeline? Obviously, you got your book. What's going
Um,
on?
book number one is written, and I deliberately kept it short. I kept it 13 chapters so that it's sort of again people go, I don't have time to read it. I was like, you can read this book in 2 hours. You
Yeah,
could
yeah,
put your
yeah,
phone down one night and not watch TikTok, and you could read this book, and it might change your full perspective on
yeah.
it. I'm currently writing book number two with a friend of mine, Lindsay. She's an absolute just she's unbelievable and the most amazing way that she's lost 12 stone
Well,
and she's transformed her full life. We share so many of the same values and so many of the same beliefs that what information I got from book number one was you don't cater to women in it. And I was like, funny that, I'm not a woman.
mm, mm,
So I was like, that book's my life story. The second book is called If He Can Do It, So Can She. And we basically just
yeah,
squash social normalities. And it's basically like, you can do it if you want to do it. And
mm,
and between us, we've lost 20 stone. So that's book number two. And then book number three is Nobody Cares. And then again, I'm just going to keep pushing the publishing deal. I'm going to keep working on the app on the side. The app is a very, very sort of bigger scale investment that will take a lot of money and it's on the back burner, but it's still there. The books are the priority just now to try and build that story and that brand around it. If I can get every personal trainer in the UK to use this book as a sort of selling guide, it's like, well, there you go. Like if a
mm,
personal trainer's like maybe that, but again, because personal trainers don't want to have the hard conversations with you, because a personal trainer wants to be your friend because they want
mm,
your money.
yeah, yeah.
That book
And
might
also
be just
sometimes they don't know. Sometimes the
yeah,
personal trainers, I've spoken inside a lot of like personal training communities because I do the mindset stuff.
yeah,
So when a lot of personal trainers have got all the knowledge of like nutrition and what's your best training eh,
yeah,
with each other type things, but they don't
exactly.
understand like the
The
actual
person.
mind and therefore they'll find themselves getting up against like this continuous same stumbling blocks
Yeah.
because that person hasn't actually worked in the bit between their ears, which is a bit that's going to make it
It all comes together when
all
your
come together
mindset's in the
for
right place. So
sure.
I like that the book is an eye opener for people to kind of hold that mirror up to themselves, and it kind of just would give personal trainers a sort of understanding people. Because I write in the book, I'm not a personal trainer, and I'm not a nutritionist. I still eat
Yeah,
McDonald's, and I still eat stuff that people would class as really, really bad for you. And it's like, yeah, well, most people don't want six pack, rock hard abs, whatever it is. People just want to be a bit healthier and happier. And it's like, so
yeah.
how do we get people into that state of mind? It's like we'll change their mindset, and when they
Mhm.
then become healthier and happier, that's when they're going to invest in a personal trainer. That's when they're going to invest in stuff like it's mad. Like people just
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, and then again, it's a young boy I used to support as a care worker. We're now really actually just close friends. Another reason why I don't tolerate people's bullshit is because he can't move. He's basically can't move his body. He's got muscular dystrophy, and he's running a clothing brand, and he's got a business called Equal Clothing, and he just doesn't let people knock him down because he's like he just does it anyway. And I'm like, if he can do it, and he can't move his arms, he can't move his legs, like, and he's hoisted, etc., etc. If he can do it, what's your excuse? And people just go, but, and I'm like, well, that's my argument.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's powerful. That's
He's
really
honestly,
incredible.
like, again, we started off just as me caring for him, and now I don't see him as a patient. I see him as a good friend, and we connect most days. But we went to see Lewis Gardiner together, and again, people
Um,
would be like, "Oh, are you on shift?" I was like, "No, he's just my mate. Like, he's just a good mate. He's in his early 20s, and he just doesn't let stuff like get him down." And it's like we both got that sort of same mindset. He started to reach out to people on TikTok and influencers and stuff because he made the clothing brand. And again, that element of nobody cares. It's like no one really does care. So he's like, so how do I get people to care? And it's like he's now adapted the mindset of like reaching out to influencers and getting them to share it. And it's again, it's instead of telling everyone how good you are, get other people to talk about it. The more people
I
that talk about it,
get the
that's
proof.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so he started sharing these jumpers and t-shirts, and it's such a cool fit as well. Like, his stuff's quality.
yeah. And
So
it's incredible. What a story though. Like
oh,
what a
it's
story.
amazing.
Like
Again, I
that
like
story.
he's in the book as well, so it's good. It's a good book. I like it. It's my book.
Brilliant. Oh no, good for you. Good for you. Finally, if somebody is listening right now and feels stuck or maybe like in the position that you were in all those years ago, what's other than the walking, because we already talked,
I was gonna go
you know, that use that. Other than the walking, what is one small step you'd like them to take today, or that you'd tell them to take today?
clear out your social media. Clear
Mhm.
it out. Just get if you're not willing to come off of it. So I go to the extreme and I come off of it for 3 months at a time. Most people aren't willing to do that. Clear it out. Get rid of people that you've not spoke to in 10 years. Get rid of the people that you would walk past in the supermarket, but you can still see that they're getting married, and why are you not getting married? And it makes you feel flat, and then you're really rubbish. Like, just clear it. You don't need them. They're not thinking about you the same way you're thinking about them. So just yeah, just clear out your social media, because social media is eating away at people's brains. Start following accounts that interline with what it is you want, and you'll start believing in yourself, because you'll start seeing like these people that are building stuff, and it's like that's the belief system you need to tie into. And these millionaires and business owners that you inspire to be, they're just human beings. They're not anything different. They're all going to end up in a box in the ground in 100 years' time. So what are you waiting for?
It's that whole, yeah, my wee nana used to say, you fly with the crows, you die with the crows. It's a pure Glaswegian saying.
Yeah,
But like that, it can be the reverse is true as well. Do you know what I mean? It's who you surround yourself with, isn't it?
100%. Your circle is more important. So that's not to say like delete all your friends and block them and go and live under a rock. But equally, if they're not, if you just change. If you want to change, then change. If you don't want to change, then don't say you want to change.
Yeah, for sure. And on that note, boom, boom,
That
right, thank you so much. I'm going to stop us there. This will be out on Thursday, actually. I'm going to put this out on Thursday, so I'll share it with you, all right?
used to
Um,
please do drop me an email or whatever because I'm off socials, but I will
yeah,
definitely.
yes, I'll drop you an email, the right email this time. Let everybody know where they can find you. Even though I know you're off socials just now,
I'm
but
off
they
socials just now, but all my
can find
socials are still active. I've kept them active. So on TikTok it's Lewis Gardner, and on Instagram it's Lewis Gardner as well. It's very simple. And
amazing. Thank you
again,
so much.
yeah, thank you. No, thank you for having me. It was good. It was
Thank
just good to
you.
chat, nice, and yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Cheers.
See you later. Bye.